All right, let's start to break it all down with our hockey analyst, Craig Button. Craig, Canada opens the tournament with a spectacular performance against Czechia. 5 different goal scorers, 11 different players with a point. Overall, what impressed you the most about this win?
I think start to finish and all the way through the lineup and every single player, as you pointed out, it was spectacular, Jay. It was impressive. And right from the opening face-off, Canada got right after it. They applied a lot of pressure on the Czechs, and the Czechs, quite frankly, just couldn't handle it. They got overwhelmed, and as the game went on, as hard as they tried, they just couldn't do anything to get Canada backed up or even get Canada removed even a little bit to try to shift the game in their favor. And you think about Connor McDavid. You go to the tournament, you know that the spotlight's on you. He's the best hockey player on the planet, and you want to perform. And perform he did. He was simply brilliant in every regard. Throwing body checks, making great plays with his speed, with his hands in tight. And you think about how impressive he is. This is the new generation of hockey player at the Olympics. He would have had his chance many times ago, but now he's making the most of his chance. A friend of mine, Mike, he said, if you were an alien and never watched hockey and you got dropped into the Milano ice rink today and you watched Connor McDavid, you'd say, is there a better hockey player than him? The answer is no.
Totally agree, Craig. You also said on yesterday's show you thought Jordan Binnington should be Canada's starter for Game 1 against Czechia. Jon Cooper agreed with you, and Binnington rewarded both of you with a 26-save shutout. And he looked excellent, Craig, as you know. Is it officially Binnington's net, in your opinion, once the big games begin?
I would have to say yes. And here is some of the backstory, and we just found this out. You know, Jon Cooper was asked when did he decide on Jordan Binnington being his starting goalie at the Olympics. He said, 358 days ago, which tells you the belief. And Jon has always had that faith in Jordan. He said that at post Four Nations. We know how Jordan's season has gone in St. Louis, but he was named to the team, and loyalty played a big part in him being named to the team. So I love the fact that Jon Cooper played the loyalty card. But here's one of the great things about Jon Cooper. He met with Jordan Binnington while he was in St. Louis with the Tampa Bay Lightning, and he talked about how he believed in him. And Jordan said, he said, I have the opportunity to be the guy. And he didn't say you're going to be the guy. He said, I'm going to give you the opportunity, and gave him the opportunity. He did. We love Jordan Binnington's bravado. We love how confident he is. It's such a great quality about him. And he delivered. He delivered in such a significant fashion. And he knew that he had to earn the opportunity to be the guy. He is the guy. And I think that based on what he's done in the past and what he needed to do to show everybody, not just Jon Cooper, but his teammates and the hockey world, no question, he is their guy.
Cale Makar with a point shot that Macklin Celebrini tips in for the first goal of the hockey game. It was a thing of beauty, Craig, no question about it. Our mutual friend Brian Hayes, thought he said something interesting earlier in the week on the show. He said he feels like Makar is the most important player on this hockey team, that the quality of defenseman really drops off after Makar. I know you have similar thoughts. How big of a role do you think Makar will play on this team as they try to get a gold medal?
Well, it's going to be huge. I don't think there's any question about it. But Cale Makar controls the game in every facet. You watch him in the defensive zone. He made a great play defensively, breaking up a pass that was certainly looking like a slam dunk goal for Thomas Hertl. He plays physical. He jumps into the attack in transition. He's great in the offensive zone. When I use the word control the game, that is a really hard thing to do. But he does it in such a seamlessly easy manner, and nothing is easy about it. But his skating, his brain, his hands, it's in every single situation, and he can handle greater responsibility. He can handle greater demands on himself. And whatever he's asked to do, he does it at an exceptionally high level. So like Brian Hayes said, like people see, Cale Makar is their most important defenseman, and arguably, along with Connor McDavid, they're two most important players.
You know how much you and I talked about line combinations, Craig, going into this hockey game? I mean, it was wild how much we talked about line combinations. But if you're Jon Cooper after this performance on Thursday, Craig, do you even want to make any adjustments to these lines at all at this point?
No. You watch how things were put together, and we can debate. I mean, it's great. You have so much talent. You have players that can play in so many different positions, and you go, oh, well, let's put him here, let's put him there, and it's a puzzle, and it's a great game. And certainly Jon Cooper and his coaching staff does that as well. But they get to a point where they're looking for certain things. They're looking for that opportunity for a player to contribute to another player, to contribute to a line. And I think you saw that all the way through the lineup. The great pass by Brad Marchand to spring Bo Horvat. The great play by Nick Suzuki to position himself around to be able to deflect that play by Connor McDavid. We know that 87 to 97 to 29 on the power play is something that's going to work and can be really dangerous. But I think all the way through the forward lines, there was a real sense of important accomplishment, that every player knew what they had to do individually to help the line be that much better. I'm not messing with it, because if you spent this much time trying to come up with a lineup and all the debates and discussions that have surrounded it, why mess with something that looks so wonderful?
Craig will be back later in the show as he breaks down the USA's opening game Thursday against Latvia.